Well, California's Governor Newsom literally bought iPads for people in prison, and you'll never guess what the inmates are using for them. What's up, everybody? Truth Seeker here. Oh, this is not shocking at all. I mean, it's kind of obvious how Gavin really, goes with everything. It's anything that's bad is good, and anything good is bad. If anybody hasn't been paying attention to how California looks or is going right now, then I guess you're just lost. Coming in from the Gateway Pundit says, under Gavin Newsom, California has spent hundreds of millions of dollars to give electronic devices to prisoners. Can you guess what they're using them for? They're using them to watch porn, of course. Stevie Wonder could have seen this. This is just another reminder that taxpayers of California are among the most used and abused people in the country. They pay through the nose, and this is what they get. Not better schools or safer streets. This. Fox News already reported on this. Says California death row inmates watching porn on taxpayer-funded tablets, evading security controls. Condemned prisoners on California death row are partly filling their time by watching pornography and engaging in lewd conversations using taxpayer-funded tablets as the state continues its shift towards a Norwegian-inspired approach to rehabilitating criminals, according to reports. I'm going to go ahead and play these clips. This is just insanity.
With access to porn paid by you, the taxpayer. That is what a new investigation is alleging. A report from City Journal found California's $189 million taxpayer-funded prison tablet program is being widely abused by inmates to access pornography and to groom minors. The program, intended by the Newsom administration to promote digital equity and rehabilitation. The report shows high-profile death row inmates detailed how prisoners easily just bypass restrictions to view explicit content through video calls and smuggled clips. In addition to pornography, the report highlights a disturbing case where a convicted child predator allegedly used his prison-issued tablet to exploit a 12-year-old for thousands of hours.
Because you got this new article in the City Journal, watching porn on California's death row. Under Gavin Newsom, state prisoners are turning taxpayer-funded tablets into personal sex machines. What is going on?
That's a question that many people are asking, John. And what's happening is this. Gavin Newsom, despite warnings from prison officials, agreed to a $189 million contract to provide these tablets for all inmates. And we interviewed a dozen death row inmates, rapists, murderers, child molesters, all of the most kind of horrific crimes imaginable. And they told us very straightforwardly, prisoners are using them to watch pornography, to have X-rated video chats with people on the outside. And in at least one case, a prisoner was using it to groom and abuse a minor girl on the outside. Thankfully, he's now facing trial. But the big question is this. Why on earth is Gavin Newsom providing personal pornography devices to every inmate in the state of California?
Wow. One particular case that you highlight here in the City Journal, you say this. In the 1980s, a rapist and serial murderer named Robert Morey earned the nickname the Tipster Killer for calling in anonymous tips identifying the locations of the dead bodies he left behind. During this period, he killed a woman by strangling her with a nylon clothesline, strangled and killed another two women, and brutally raped a fourth before he was caught by authorities. Now Morey is living in a state prison facility in Stockton, California, where he has viewed pornography on his taxpayer-funded digital tablet. In an interview, Morey told us inmates can receive nude pictures and watch pornography through their devices. In his case, he claimed to have received a topless photo from a 22-year-old German psychology student who was, quote, hoping that I would share my story with her for her class project. After the student sent the photo, Morey said he flirted with her for a while. Where, Chris, are the checks and balances here?
Well, there really are none. And of course, the state claims that these are secure devices, that they monitor the content. But a former high-ranking prison official told us that there's no way for the state of California to monitor 90,000 of these iPads for all of these prisoners and to do so in any rigorous way. And more than one inmate told us the restrictions are easy to evade. They can get pornography sent to them through a number of different means. And someone like Robert Morey, the tipster killer, seemed to have no problem at all soliciting photographs from this German psychology student. And when we logged in to talk to these killers on California's death row, there appeared to be no age verification at all. So someone who had abused kids in the past could actually be chatting with those same kids through these Gavin Newsom funded.
Now they claim ignorance to, well, there's several ways that these people could bypass the securities and blah, blah, blah. And really, it's actually very simple. I mean, these phones can actually be configured to where you can't use any proxies or VPNs, and you can block every single VPN app out there, and literally control the DNS. You can monitor everything. So for them to pretend like there's no way that they could control this or actually look into it really blows my mind. This world has just gone insane, and there really doesn't seem to be any actual solutions happening. It just seems like things are just getting worse. But I don't know. What do you guys think about all this? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next censored video. Peace.
So I'm asking about the attack on the Yale students over New Year's, and it's kind of spreading across the country. A couple other, some news outlets in other countries are picking it up.
And it's a good reminder how important it is to remind our parents to be good stewards of underage drinking.
I appreciate that. The only other question I have is, it hasn't been a very easy week for you, and I'm wondering whether you have any comment on the p0rn Roth story about the drinking.
Thank you very much. That was a great cheap shot.
From redacted file, they lock the doors while he picks the dial. Watch the firewall crumble fast. Nothing built to hide can ever last. Search the wire for the missing pieces. Find the signal in the broken static. Joshua tells what they keep hidden. Seeking the truth while the clock is ticking. Search the wire for the missing pieces. Find the signal in the broken static. In one single place, no more lies on a suit and tie face. Joshua News running day and night. Joshua News keeping up